Hello, everyone. My name is Sheldon Pitt. Most of you have heard of Island Direct. For those of you who haven't, I'm here with the CEO, and he's going to give us a little more information on the company. So, Tarek, when was the company started?
In August of 2016.
Okay. And do you have any plans on expansion or growing further than you are right now? Where are you now exactly?
We operate on 4 islands, and we're looking to expand to an additional 6. This latter part of the summer, early fall.
Okay, and what was business like in Nassau, like on the Bahamian Islands, before this shutdown or this pandemic that's going around? What was business like here before that?
It was a little on the slow side. We had just launched in Nassau, and we just started the process of adding a bunch of restaurants and supermarkets, to our platform. So, when the pandemic kind of broke out, we were well positioned, probably better so than any other delivery service on the island, to deal with the demand.
Okay, so how many supermarkets are you in now in Nassau exactly?
We do deliveries out of 8 super values and quality markets.
Okay.
The 8 larger ones of the 13.
Okay, that's good to know. And for those persons who haven't used Island Direct before, can you explain how does the service work, or how does it work?
You just download the app. You put in your name, your phone number, your email. You drop a pin on the map on where you live and or your office, and you're signed up. And then you could always add more locations. You could be on your favorite beach and just hit find me, and we'll deliver whatever you want, to that spot.
Okay. The app itself, is the app free? Or is there a cost?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, it's free to download.
It's free to download. Okay. And is there a cost for the service?
For the delivery, it's free within 3 miles, and we charge $1 for each mile, on top of, that free zone area.
And do you find yourself having any challenges in Nassau, depending on what side of the island that you're on, depending on where you live here in Nassau?
Not.
We kind of cut out there for a second, but he's going to be back any minute. So
the logistics standard, the work that it entails to activate an island,
Okay, so there's no real challenges at all, depending on where you're at in Nassau.
No, not really.
Okay, well, that's good to know. And are there any other challenges that you're looking at? The addresses, getting to the people, anything like that?
No, I mean, we have the island mapped out pretty effectively, just as long as, their location is properly marked. Our software is built to, deal with, finding that person.
Right.
So, we have a multitude of services as well that aren't necessarily available right now in your market. So we have something very similar to Uber, where you could get a taxi, a ride sharing driver if you want it.
Right.
It's not permissible yet in your market, We'll continue to try to get approval on it. It's probably more needed now with COVID than before, because of the lack of public transportation and, how affordable, our ride sharing services in comparison to getting a standard taxi. We also have an emergency system that we donate to the governments. It's on them whether they pick it up or not. But like, if you're having a situation in your house where, you need a police officer or fireman or an EMS, you could just hit emergency fire, and the active firemen in your area, police officers in your area will know that something is happening in a spot. So, we also have a services platform. So if you want a plumber, an electrician, a pool guy, that's available. So we slowly, roll out different functions, you know, um, in markets. We always start first with the restaurants, and then we add the supermarkets, then we add the services, and then we, add the taxi option if it's available. So in the Dominican Republic and Puerto Rico, where we'll be launching this, latter part of the summer, on day one, when you could get food delivered from a restaurant, you could also get a ride, because they have the parameters that exist, they're in place for us to operate, legally.
Right, right, right. So let me ask you this also. When you get an order, do you find yourself, how many orders can you fulfill within 7 days per se, or estimation on when they can receive it? How long does
I
it?
mean, we don't really have a limit, so it's always a fine line, with us of, making sure that we have the right amount of drivers and personal shoppers, that a market demands. So, any huge surge is certainly going to impact, you know, our, our ability to meet that, but that's only a short-term issue. Within 48 hours or 72 hours, we could quickly add another 100 or 200 people to deal with that surge. So there really isn't a finite number. Our system is very elastic in that sense. If Nassau sent us 10,000 orders a day, then we could deal with 10,000 orders a day. If they sent us 100,000 orders a day, we could deal with it. We wouldn't be able to deal with it today, but give me 48 or 72 hours and we would be able to deal with that demand.
Okay.
So like last week, for example, we had a huge surge in the amount of orders. So our delivery time was, because of that surge, 3 to 4 days.
Right.
But like as of today, the majority of our supermarkets, 6 of the 8 locations, you could get your groceries now in under 4 hours. And at 2 of them, you could get them within an hour or two.
Okay. Okay. That's good to know. And just going forward, just to know, have you had any with discrepancies? Has anyone, if someone had a discrepancy, what would they do to correct their issues? A customer, if something goes wrong, let's say they got the wrong item or they didn't get the item that they asked for, what do they do then?
All they have to do is just send us an email, take a picture of the item or the discrepancy, and we immediately refund their card, return the item, get another replacement. You know,
Okay,
I mean,
so
at the end of the day, we want a customer for life, so we'll always give them, the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, I mean, we've seen 1,000% increase in just the past 2 weeks alone, and it's not letting up.
okay, so we basically just the last question I have for you then. Besides the delivery fees, what other fees are associated with the service? Are there any other fees that anybody should know about other than driver delivery fee?
We we take a fixed percentage from all retailers. The retailers themselves set the price, so we have no say in the price that's published. We just have a fixed percentage that we're going to take from a retailer, regardless. So the fees that you see, the prices that are published, are never determined by us.
Okay.
Those are always determined by the retailer, and from every retailer, it's different. So, for example, You know, some supermarkets, their markup is as low as 9%.
Right.
Some supermarkets, their markup is as high as 20%. We have no say in what they choose to mark up their pricing. That's a decision that the supermarket makes in order to offer that service, you know, to the customers. The same goes with restaurants. Some restaurants don't raise their prices at all. Some restaurants will raise their prices as much as 10% of what it would be like in room dining. But again, they make the decision on the prices that are published. We have no say in it. If a supermarket wanted to charge you 100% of the price that's in the grocery store, that's on them. That's certainly going to impact, you know, the demand from that vendor. So, you know, the closer you are, you know, you know, to that, you know, to your actual in-store pricing, the better you're going to do as a business on our platform. You know,
There's no set percentage then. So I live fairly close to the supermarket. I got mine delivered for free. I'm within a mile. But what was the charge? Would that be? Would that's 10%, 20%?
at Super Values at 20% right now.
The 20%.
But we are in the process of adding other supermarkets, you know, in the coming week that will be less than that, you know. But you know, we didn't choose that figure. That figure is determined by the supermarket.
I understand.
You know, delivery fee is free within 3 miles. Then it's $1 more for every mile over, and then we have a $2 convenience fee.
Okay, so I guess that's about all I want to ask you about today. And I just want to tell everyone else, if you want to know anything more about Island Direct, just go on their website and you can get everything there. And Tarek has explained to you how to get onto the app and make the orders. And we want to thank you for talking to us. Anything else you want to say to anybody else before we leave today?
No, thanks for your time, Sheldon.
No problem. Thank you very much for speaking with everybody in the Bahamas and let them know how Island Direct operates, okay? Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe.
Take care.
All right.
Bye.
Hello, everybody. All right. So we just spoke with Tarek. He is the CEO from Island Direct. I hope this gives you some insight on how Island Direct operates. If you have any questions, you can always just put them in the link in this video and let us know, and we can answer them. We will. But we'll be back with more information from other persons within the Bahamas and to discuss how to move through this and how to make things better for everybody, okay? So stay tuned. We'll be back with some other interesting topics soon, all right? We'll talk to you in a little while. Stay safe.